Hi, good morning and happy Sunday from Old Tavern Farm and Cooking with Canines. The dogs are sleeping this morning. It's really cold outside, but sunny, so that's nice. What I thought I would do this morning is have breakfast with you guys. And sometimes up here in the mountains, we like to keep it real and we like to cook in other ways other than with electricity. So this is my big wood stove that we heat with. We do also have heat, but this kind of augments the oil heat and it gives off a really nice, warm, radiant heat. And we can also use it to cook on. So every now and then I like to do a little campfire cooking right inside the house. And so I'm just making a normal Sunday morning breakfast. Bacon. I'm going to do some stirred up mushrooms. That's what they're called, mushrooms. It's early still, sorry. And some eggs. So I've already started my bacon in my cast iron skillet here. Then I'm going to take my mushrooms, which are right behind me on my big Boston rocker. And I've already sort of quartered those and sliced them. Nice big button mushrooms. And I'm gonna just drop. Sometimes we get splatters and then we get smoke. Action. So, live action. Smoke. Mirrors. We love that in the restaurant business. Okay. So we're gonna just let those hang out for a second while the smoke clears. Oh, yeah. So, I'm going to just stir that up a little bit. Sometimes I do put salt and pepper on my mushrooms when I'm cooking them, but overall, mushrooms release a lot of water, so if you put salt on them while they're cooking, it's just going to release more water. So what I like to try to do is get a nice sort of caramelization going first, because that contributes to really nice flavor, and if you add salt right away, it's just going to release water and they're just going to steam, which I like mushrooms. Steamed mushrooms are fine, but when you want that nice crispy edge, then don't salt them first. Salt them at the end. So I'm going to stir that around. Let them sit for a minute and they're going to get nice and golden brown. Now when you're cooking with the wood stove, the trick to remember is that when there's air moving through, the fire's hot. So right now, my damper and my vent are closed off because it was getting a little hot. So what I'm going to do to get these mushrooms going is I'm going to release that damper and I'm going to open the vent and you'll start to probably hear it roar. And then that releases more heat, which heats up the underside of the skillet and gives us a little more caramelization on our product. Okay. Now I'm going to push these mushrooms back and let them hang out. And I'm going to remove my bacon because I like my bacon crispy, but my husband likes it a little softer. So we've got some nice apple wood smoke bacon. A lot of times people ask me, like, what kind of bacon is that you're making? The trick is, don't just get any hardwood smoked. Applewood smoked bacon is a lot of times what they use in the restaurants, and it's just got this flavor that you can't beat. So, applewood smoked bacon. All right. Now I'm going to put my eggs in, and my husband likes them over easy, which I'm terrible at. True story. I once lost a job cooking for a restaurant here locally because I couldn't make over easy eggs. No shame. Can't make over easy? Scramble them. Okay? All right, I'm going to grab my eggs right over here. Farm fresh, orangey, yellowy, beautiful, lovely eggs, and we're going to just drop them right in the pan. So there's already bacon grease that's sort of coating the pan here, so we don't have to worry about buttering it or anything else. The bacon's already cooked, so it's one pot cooking. And I'm just going to gradually release that, and it's going to cook as it lands in the pan. So ideally, it's not going to spread too far. There we go. Okay. Now I'm going to move these mushrooms away from the eggs. One pot cooking is great. You only have one pan to wash. And all your products get flavor from the product that was in the pan before they were. So ideally, bacon's the best flavoring for everything, I think. But if you're vegetarian or vegan, onions, garlic, peppers, any kind of aromatic, carrots, celery, that type of thing, lots of herbs, throw those in the pan first, a little olive oil. Olive oil is great for everything. Once again, try not to use margarine unless you just absolutely have to. The nice thing about margarine, I will admit, it doesn't burn. It does not burn the way that butter browns. But brown butter is delicious too. But if you don't want that flavor in your eggs, you just want egg flavor, then olive oil or canola oil or just pan spray, that's the way to go. Okay, so these eggs are looking pretty good. And I'm going to dash over here for 1 second, grab some salt and pepper. Be right back. Talk amongst yourselves. Okay. So I'm going to add some salt to the eggs. And now at this point, I'm going to add a little salt to my mushrooms. Or a lot of salt. I like salt. We all know that by now. Little pepper. Okay. All right, these eggs are looking really good. We're just gonna take our little heat-resistant silicone spatula and try to just move them. And if they break, who cares? They're still gonna taste good, especially if we put lots of cheese on it. Because I love cheese. Oh, cheese, I love you. All right. And this wood stove is rocking hot, let me tell you. All right, so I managed to move that guy. All right, so this is like live action. Let's see if I can flip these eggs without breaking them. I might have learned something in a couple years since I was a failed breakfast cook. Aha. So I just take it and flip it over. Going the same, I'm gonna move it back a little bit, and then I'm gonna take it and flip it the way it wants to go. Did I break it? Haha, no. All right, so I'm gonna let those hang out for just a minute. And I'm gonna move my mushrooms over here so they have a little more room to groove. And then I'm gonna grab a plate. And I already had made some, pardon me, I love bacon. Made some bacon ahead of time so I could fit it all in the pan. Do cooking show TV people eat on camera? No? Okay. Well, I'm going to blaze that trail right now. Okay. So I'm going to put my eggs on the plate and hope that they're cooked underneath. They should be, because again, the stove is boiling hot. All right, let's see. Oh my gosh. Over easy. Whoop. Oh my gosh, look at that. Look at that, over easy perfection. I'm so proud. Egg proud right now. Egg proud. Didn't even break. All right, and then we're just gonna take our mushrooms. Sauteed mushrooms and grilled tomatoes and fry bread, they're all part of a traditional English fry-up that they do over across the pond there. And when I was in London once, the first time I had a fry-up, oh, and sausage, bacon, lots of meat, blood pudding. I'm not sure I'm like a super big fan of blood pudding, but it's traditional and I like traditional foods. So I tried it and it wasn't bad. All right, I'm gonna save some mushrooms for my husband, and I'm gonna shut the wood stove down a little bit so I don't get a 3rd-degree burn. And there you go. There's your Sunday morning fry up from Old Tavern Farm. And I hope you guys have a lovely day. Get outside. It's beautiful and sunny here. So we're going to go outside and get the horses out. Everybody be well, be happy, and thank you for visiting. Bye-bye.